Hey, Quad Bros, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you guys are here. We're going to be talking about silver troop orders and the best ways of spending them. But I'm going to preface this by saying that the best way is not always the most fun way. You should spend your silver orders and your bronze orders on upgrading and getting the troops that you want. All right? The best way is not necessarily the way that you find the most fun. I'm going to talk about engineers in this video and talk about engineers that might be the best way of spending your silver orders. But if you really like snipers and you hate using engineers, get some snipers, man. Upgrade your snipers. If you have a soldier who you renamed to Billy Madison or something like that and you really love him, upgrade that soldier. You know, perks be damned, it doesn't really matter. But if you are worried about it and you don't know what to spend your orders on and you're concerned that you're wasting the orders, then I got you covered, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, guys. So let's jump into it. Starting off with silver orders. What is the best thing to spend silver orders on? And the number one thing is filling out your squads. Do not go into battles with less soldiers than your squads are able to have. You can see the amount of soldiers that your squad can contain up here in the top right of the squad menu. For example, this squad has 7 out of 7. And as you level up those squads, you'll be able to add more and more to them using these squad size upgrades. That's going to let you add more soldiers to the squad and thus increase your overall firepower. So if you see that you are lacking a soldier and you don't have the max amount of soldiers in that squad, add another one. And make sure you prioritize these specialists. If you could have, like if my squad looked like this, right? I shouldn't have this random rifleman. I should add this assaulter to the squad because this squad is an assault squad and it can have these specialists. It's always better to have those specialist soldiers who can bring more firepower or more utility than just having those baseline riflemen who aren't going to be able to bring a Piat or a bazooka or a submachine gun or a machine gun or something like that, right? Always prioritize bringing those specialists. Now, after that, guys, if you have filled out your squads and you're wondering, which squad do I run? I've got some silver orders. What should I be getting for the future? Guys, engineers. Engineers are your best bang for your buck. They are incredibly, incredibly useful. They will never, ever roll low. Now, if you don't understand what I mean by roll low, I have a perk video that you can watch to understand how the perk point system, tongue twister there, in Enlisted works. You can click the card in the top right of your screen to get there. But just understand, guys, that engineers have the absolute best stats in Enlisted. They will never disappoint you, and they are also one of the best classes just in pure utility in all of Enlisted. So you will never be disappointed by running a 6-man engineer squad. I run them in all of my campaigns. They are incredibly, incredibly useful to have, and they will always, always help you in Enlisted. So if you don't know what to spend your orders on, and you don't know what squads are good, what soldiers to get an engineer squad. They're very good. And that brings us to bronze orders, bronze troop orders. What should you spend your bronze troop orders on? And, well, if your engineers are your best class and they're your best bang for your buck, engineers are your best class to upgrade with bronze orders. So if you have engineers, always prioritize them first. They are the best class to get to rank 5 because you will never have to worry about them low rolling. You will always be able to get vitality, build speed, recoil reduction, the best perks in the game on them without having to worry about them being poorly rolled soldiers or anything like that. So I personally always upgrade my engineers first. After my engineers, I typically go for my assaulters or my medics if I'm playing in the Pacific or Stalingrad. And then after that, it's kind of just a toss-up on what you think might be the best. Gunners, bomber, or AT soldiers, excuse me. Fighter pilots can be pretty good upgrades because they can get some really nice perks at the top end. But after you've got your engineers and after you've got, say, your assaulters or maybe your gunners, then you can start going for whatever you might think is the best. And you probably won't have to worry too much about it. You'll have a good, healthy stockpile of bronze orders by that point. One last thing I wanted to mention that I forgot to in my original take of this, guys, is Rifleman 2, Assaulter 2, so on and so forth, those higher tier soldiers. People always ask me, like, oh, Quadro, are those worth it? Should I go with those? What's the difference? Well, the difference is they have different perk point distributions, which, again, is kind of complicated, and with the way it's set up, they don't actually matter. So that doesn't matter. And they have different starting perks, which the only ones that matter is Flame Trooper 2s. So unless we're talking about specifically Flame Trooper 2s, no, they don't matter. You don't need them. Stick with the starting classes, the Rifleman 1s, the Engineer 1s, so on and so forth. Rifleman 2s and above and all those different above tiers or whatever, they cost like 3 times as much bronze orders for such a minuscule gain that unless you have thousands of bronze orders, it is not worth doing. And even the players I know that have thousands of bronze orders don't even bother doing this because it's just not worth it. It doesn't change enough for it to matter. So that's it, guys. Don't worry about them. And if you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. As always, it does help me out. And that is it for me. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.